Unlocking your back-to-school energy, building healthier habits for lightness of mind and body. Episode number 40. Hi, I'm Clarenda, and you are listening to the Feel Light, Mind and Body podcast, created for women like you. Women who are experiencing success in so many areas of life, but are struggling with weight loss, stress eating, and decreased energy. Losing weight can feel hard, heavy, and restrictive. That's why every week I will be offering you a different perspective, tips, encouragement, and a unique approach so that you can feel lighter in your mind and body rather than feeling deprived, frustrated, or discouraged. What if you could feel free, yet in control around food for the rest of your life? What if you could enjoy your experience of losing weight and getting healthier? You absolutely can. You're in the right place. Take this time for yourself and let's dive in. Welcome to another episode of Feel Light, Mind and Body, the podcast that's all about helping you achieve a sense of ease, freedom, and confidence in your life. If you just discovered this podcast, I'm delighted that you're here, along with my faithful listeners. Let me introduce myself. I'm your host, Clarenda, a certified life coach and retired registered nurse, here to guide you on a journey toward creating healthier habits that lead to a lighter mind and body. I keep each episode 10 to 20 minutes so that it's consumable for every schedule. I've received listener feedback that they love this time frame because it gives them time to reflect and plan for what they want to implement after listening. The back-to-school season is a time of change. The lazy days of summer are almost behind us. How are you feeling about it? Can you tell from my tone of voice that I'm not really wanting that to happen? And yet there is that energy of back to school. That's why we're talking about this today. So if you have a child starting school or a grown-up child moving away to college or university, I'm sure you're experiencing mixed emotions. I know I did at both of those stages, and really every year in between. So I wanted to acknowledge those mixed emotions before I dive into today's topic, as it's many of your realities right now. For the past couple of weeks, some of my clients have been experiencing grief over this change, along with excitement for their children's growth and future opportunities. Hopefully, if this relates to you, you can also feel a sense of pride and peace that you've played a major role in preparing them for this next stage. And maybe you're not going through this yourself, but someone in your life is. So you can encourage them with that thought. The thought that they can feel a sense of pride and peace, that they've prepared them for this. We give them wings to fly. So if you've done that, that will bring some peace. I believe that everyone can benefit from today's topic on some of the ways that you can unlock or tap into your back-to-school energy. Embrace the change, whatever it is. Instead of focusing on what's behind you, why not dive into what's ahead? We can't change that summer is a season. And for many of us, I know in Canada, we're grieving because we know after the beautiful fall what's to come, the cold. However, there's also beauty in that, in the snow. But how about imagining right now the possibility of this new term, and then letting that generate some excitement as fuel to make it happen? Today, brainstorm ways you can channel that energy into creating healthier habits. In the next few weeks, find something to commit to that's going to support your goals and is enjoyable. Having something to look forward to is so helpful on those days when you feel overworked, overworried, overstressed, or maybe even bored with your life. Setting yourself up to be supported or rewarded in a nourishing way will make this year better than last year. And I'm all about that. If you need a suggestion, I have an amazing one. I'll be opening up registration soon, but for now, you can put a star on your calendar for an empowering event, the Feel Light, Heart, Mind, and Body Women's Retreat. It's going to be over a weekend. It's going to be lakeside. That much I can tell you. And also, it's from October 13th to 15th of this year. And if you're not on my short weekly empowering email list, why? Click on the link in the description so you'll be amongst the first to know. because you may miss my social media posts, but having that information in your inbox can help you secure your spot because space is limited for this intimate setting. Next, with this back to school energy, you can create more habitual harmony. Do you like that phrase? I kind of do. So yes, you can create more habitual harmony in your life through scheduling. They say that habits become habits through repetition and meaning. So who are you creating these habits for? You, of course, but it might also be for your loved ones, your grandchildren, your future self, or your desire to explore the world with a newfound vitality. But I'm curious, how do you schedule now? Do you use the traditional wall calendar that I think was in every kitchen growing up, at least for my generation? Or do you use a digital calendar like Google or a planner like Asana? I do use digital, but I'm also such a paper and pen kind of gal. I love having it in my hands, just like I love having an actual book in my hands. Although digital or audiobooks are great for traveling when there's weight restrictions. I do have my priorities, and clothing and hair products kind of trump books at that point. So for this week, decide what you want to use for scheduling. And in the back-to-school energy, have fun ordering it or picking it out at your favorite store. While looking at calendars or planners, if you want a new pretty journal, that's always a fun one to pick out as well. I may have a few too many in my home. Are you guilty, or might I say proud to say the same thing? You get set up this week, and then next week we'll explore the power of scheduling and why consistency matters. I'll share practical insights on creating a rhythm that aligns with your goals and priorities. Now let's talk a bit more about grown-up back-to-school supplies. How about this year? We don't make any more impulse buys. Admit it. Did you too pick up a beautiful pack of highlighters and they were tempting you with all their new assorted colors? I did, but I reminded myself that I have a drawer full, and I set them down and just slowly backed away. Instead, let's invest in supplies that truly matter. We don't need more clutter. That initial thrill will dissipate when we have too many things around us. I made one bigger purchase. Not huge, but just bigger than my usual. Maybe you saw that. It was the giant Post-it pad, so the sticky note pad. I showcased it in my recent reel. I used it to write out my personal goal statement for the rest of 2023. You can do the same with your healthy habit goals. Just take it one category at a time to avoid overwhelm. That way you'll gain confidence with each achievement. If you want guidance and support on this journey of goal setting, let's chat. You'll also find a 20-minute free consult waiting for you in the description of this podcast or in the podcast show notes on Clarenda's Empowerment Coaching website. And just like the gradual approach we take in the Feel Light Mind and Body program, we'll discuss why mastering mindset and nutrition lays the foundation for successful weight management. You can also channel that back-to-school energy into prioritizing your health with exercise. While exercise is vital, it's essential to prioritize your health before diving into a rigorous workout routine. In the Feel Light Mind and Body program, I encourage you to establish a balanced mindset and nutrition plan first. Resetting your hunger hormones and learning how to process emotions can transform your relationship with food. Once you're confident with these foundational aspects, you can gradually incorporate exercise without the pressure of it being your main weight loss strategy. I teach you how to lose and maintain your desired weight without needing exercise, so that you can be confident and at ease that just because life happens, maybe you have a work deadline or you suffer an injury, you go on vacation, your joints are aching for a few weeks, you get sick, or whatever, you will not have to experience weight gain. That roller coaster experience is not fun. It's disheartening, and maybe why you've decided to just accept the added heaviness and enjoy life the best you can. While I'm all about loving, accepting, and supporting ourselves as we are, because of that, we can take that energy and create the healthiest outcome ever. By doing so, we're also taking care of our future self. So if you're already in the habit and your body is ready for exercise, then enjoy it. But please don't ever try to over-exercise to make up for a binge, cheat day, or effort eating. Okay? Deal? Make a decision to get out of that rut, as there's a way that can have you feeling lighter in your mind and body. Just saying. And remember, I love exercise. It is vital for our overall health, strong bones, increased immunity, decreases our risk for cardiovascular disease, and more. However, as a personal trainer for over 16 years, teaching and practicing that as a way to maintain weight led to many starts and stops and all or nothing thinking. When we couldn't exercise or didn't exercise for any reason, guess what we also gave up? Yep, healthy eating, and those 5 to 20 pounds crept back on pretty darn fast. So discouraging and frustrating. Have you been there? I teach that freedom comes from learning the thought work that will give you a nourished, committed feeling no matter what. When you have greater agency over the thoughts that are creating your results, it's golden. Now, speaking about exercise, if you're local and are listening to this on the day it comes out, make sure you check out Clarenda's Empowerment Coaching Facebook page. Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday of this week, we'll enjoy a sunrise connection walk from 6 to 6:45 a.m. by the river. I'll be posting the date there once the weather forecast is more predictable. This gathering is free and open to anyone. You can go at your own pace and won't be left behind. Remember, I led boot camps for years, so I have a way of keeping everyone challenged, yet enjoying it in their own capacity. I'm of the opinion that anyone who shows up for themselves at 6 a.m. will also be supportive and will show up for everyone else in the group as well. It might be with a morning smile, it might be with an inspiring comment, and maybe even a parting hug. I can't wait. I'd love to see you there, and feel free to bring a friend. Thank you for joining me today on Feel Light, Mind, and Body. I know that you could be doing probably 10 other things, so I appreciate your time. Remember, this journey is about embracing change, building habits with purpose, and valuing your health and well-being. If you're ready to dive deeper into this transformative process, check out the links in the description. Until next time, keep nourishing your mind and body with intention, and have fun tapping into this back-to-school energy. Now, do yourself the biggest favor. From love, take at least one action step from what you learned today. Knowledge without application won't give you the results that you desire. Let me know on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever, what you are choosing to do and when. And yes, please leave a podcast review wherever you are listening to this. When people read your words and can see themselves in them, then you are contributing to women empowering other women. And that feels amazing. You just might change or save a life today.